Hey everyone, so today I wanted to do a product review slash trial run, I guess. I'm going to be testing out the Rimmel Clean Finish Matte Foundation. It's a new foundation that they just came out with. And it says, look 100% poreless with oil control and minerals. On the back it says that it leaves a matte finish for up to 12 hours and it won't clog pores. It's dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, non-acnogenic, and fragrance free. Just a little bit of background on my skin. I have combination to normal skin. Basically my T-zone tends to get pretty oily. I wouldn't say it's crazy oily, but it gets pretty oily throughout the day. So I do like the fact that this says that it is kind of an oil control type of foundation. I got the color Warm Ivory, 230 Warm Ivory. So I'm going to be trying this out on my skin and wearing it for the rest of the day to see just how well it holds up. It's pretty, it's been pretty warm out the last few days because we're in the middle of summer. So I figured now is as good a time to try out a foundation like this. So I am going to go ahead and show you the application of the foundation, how it goes on, and then I will be back to do some updates throughout the rest of the day. If you would like to see how I applied it onto my skin and how it kind of worked out, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off by putting one layer of the Rimmel Clean Finish Matte Foundation on my skin. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on one half of my face and then kind of compare and see what the difference is between one half with it on and the other half of my skin without anything on. I'm actually not going to use a brush or a sponge either as well. I'm just going to be using my fingertips because, again, not everybody applies their foundation like using a tool. First off, when you open the jar, it comes with this little paddle, which I guess is good because I guess it keeps it a little bit more hygienic. Just right off the bat, this foundation is super thick. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like, it's like really thick. It does not pour out at all. It's like super kind of goopy and thick. I will do the right side of my face first, and then we'll see how it looks with the one layer on. So I just applied one layer of the foundation onto the right side of my skin, and it actually went on a lot lighter than I expected. The coverage is actually pretty good for it being one layer, but for how goopy it kind of looked coming out of the container, I kind of thought that it was going to feel, I don't know, not as smooth going on, but it actually feels quite smooth. What I did notice is that it like dried instantly. Like, it almost, if you've ever used the Revlon Color Stay foundation, it almost dried like faster than that foundation did, and that is a pretty fast setting foundation. So here it is on the right side of my face, and there's my left side without anything on it. I can also tell that it is mattifying my skin. So there you have it. So I'm going to finish doing the other side of my face, and then we'll come back and do a second layer on one half and see just how much coverage you can get out of this foundation with two layers on it. There I have applied it to my entire face, and I would say it's pretty good coverage, even for just the one coat of the foundation. I have a couple of blemishes and a little bit of discoloration around on my face, and I wouldn't say it's covered it completely, but it's done a pretty good job of like toning down any redness, and it's a lot less obvious than it was. I am starting to feel already that it feels a little dry on my skin. I can feel it sort of tightening up a bit. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put on a second layer of it, and then we will come back and see how it looks. Here you have 2 layers of the foundation on my skin, and it's definitely covered a lot more than just the single layer. I'm just going to put some concealer under my eyes, and I'm just going to leave the rest of my face natural and see sort of how it wears in terms of the redness around my zits and stuff. So I'm going to finish up my face, and then we'll come back and take a look and see how everything looks. So I finished putting on my makeup. All I added was a little bit of blush and bronzer and some stuff on my lips. Oh, and I added a little bit of concealer just under my eyes. But aside from that, I have done nothing else to my actual skin. So far, I like the finish of it, and yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day. So right now it is just past 2 o'clock, and so I'll be coming back in a couple of hours to update you on how my skin is holding up. Hey guys, so I am back for a quick update on my skin. It's been about 4 hours since I first applied the foundation to my skin. It's holding up pretty good. I would say that as far as oil control goes, it's doing a really good job, and I actually like how it looks now. I think just having it on my skin for a few hours has sort of made it look a little more natural and not as dry looking. But definitely my shine is pretty much non-existent, and I haven't used any powder or any kind of touch-ups. So I will continue to wear it for the rest of the night, and I will come back at the end of the night for my final update, and we'll see how things go. It is now 9 o'clock. I didn't show you guys last time when I checked in, but yeah, it's 9 o'clock now. So I have had this foundation on for about seven hours. So I gotta say that overall I am pretty impressed. I would say that it's done a pretty good job at keeping my sort of oily T-zone to a minimum. I actually feel like throughout the day it has ended up looking a lot better on my skin than it actually first did when I put it on. I mentioned that when I first put it on, it's like it feels dry. Like you put it on and you know, it's got a super thick consistency, and it goes on nicely, but you instantly feel like it dry on your skin, and you really have to work it in quickly or you get streaks. I put 2 layers on, and I don't even think you really need 2 layers. I think just with the 1 layer you get a good like medium to full coverage, even just with the 1 layer. It did a pretty good job at covering. I had a couple zits and like some discoloration in my skin, and I mean, without using any concealer, I think it did a fairly good job at covering that up. I mean, some of it's worn a bit. It doesn't feel dry on my skin anymore, if that makes sense. It felt dry going on, but right now it doesn't feel, like my skin doesn't feel tight, and it doesn't feel like it's super dry. It's just a very comfortable foundation, and I would say it's really comparable to the Revlon Color Stay. Now it does say too that you're supposed to look 100% poreless. I don't know if I look 100% poreless. I have some pores like on kind of around my nose and a little bit on my forehead, and I mean it did diminish it a little bit considering I don't have a skin primer on. I'm very impressed with this foundation. I paid about $8 for it at Walmart, and I'm sure you could find it like on sale or whatever. So if you have oily to combination skin, this is definitely the foundation for you. I would say go out and give it a shot. If you're in the market for something for oily to combination skin, I would definitely go out and give this a shot. I hope that that was a helpful review, and let me know if you've tried this foundation or if you have any suggestions for some products that maybe you'd like me to try out and give you a review on. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. All the links will be down below, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!